So welcome back to my channel, and in this video we're going to talk about the two free stock screener that I recommend, and that is Finviz and Chartmill. So we're going to do a comparison video on what kind of features is available for each of them, so then you can see which one is good for you and you can decide which one to use for the remaining videos. So this is really a 7-part training series for using a stock screener when you are investing. So let's get started. Okay, so welcome back, and before we start, I just want to celebrate another success story within Investing Accelerator, where Hung made 45% from LHX, 38% from HXL, and also 35% from Chef in less than 10 days. So congratulations, Hung, for making a couple of successful exits within the program. I'm very happy for you. So like I mentioned earlier, we are doing a 100 likes giveaway. If there are 100 likes within this video, then I'll be giving away a book, and this time I'll be giving away Harmonic Trading Volume 1. And this is actually, I would say, a less popular book or a less well-known book on technical analysis. So when you're looking at the market, there are a lot of different patterns, and each pattern can form into another pattern. So over the last 12 years, I have read a lot of books on technical analysis, and this is seriously one of my favorite. So if we get 100 likes on this video, then I will give this book away to one of the people who commented below. Make sure you click the like button so we can start. So there are two stock screeners that I said I really like. One is really Finviz, and another one is Chartmill. So in the previous video, I actually went through each of the tabs for Finviz and kind of explained to you what each of them are. So then we're going to go a little bit more high level on Finviz this time. Now for Chartmill, this one is also free as well. You do need to register an account, but I'm sure that is not a big problem. You just got to enter your email address, then you're good to go. Now for Chartmill, you'll see that this is actually more comprehensive. So you get general, which is very similar to descriptive here. So let me just pull that up. Descriptive. And then afterwards, then if I go back here, then you can see there are other filters like performance, which is the change in the stock price, so on and so forth. So this is similar to the technical that Finviz has, which is the 52 high week low, moving averages, so on and so forth. Now, if I go to Chartmill, you'll actually find there's one additional thing that Chartmill has that Finviz does not, which is the weekly EMA or SMA. And this is actually a very important feature, especially if you're trying to be a long-term investor, because usually 200 simple moving average, which is what SMA is too short on a daily basis. So you really want to use something that is like weekly. And if you scroll down, then as of the moment I'm recording this video for you, the furthest it can go is around 30 weeks. So that is the furthest you can go in terms of the weekly moving averages using Chartmill. Now the next one is really indicator. So that is actually combined here for Finviz into the technical tab, but for Chartmill, then it's separated into performance and indicators. So in this case, you actually see that there are more options available. So this is actually more comprehensive. You get MACD, so haystack, Bollinger Band. And you got to remember when you're using it, all these are actually on a daily basis. So it's actually not on a weekly basis, which you need to take that into account. And there are also candlestick patterns, which we know already. And I think there are actually more candlestick patterns here in Chartmill than Finviz. So if you want to be more precise, then chances are you want to use Chartmill. There's also some weekly formations as well. So that is actually good because when you are a long-term investor, you actually want to look at the weekly indicator instead of the daily ones. And there's actually something called Chartmill technical rating here and also setup rating. Let me just show you. That is their own algorithm or own recognition code on the stock itself. So that is not available within Finviz, and I guess that is their competitive advantage. But exactly how they do that, I'm not too sure, so I actually don't use it. Now for technical analysis, they even have support and resistance separated out as a different tab. And here you can see they have the typical pivot, which is the R1S1 version here. And then they also have horizontal or upper resistance and support. And then what's more important is actually they have weekly as well. So that's actually quite good. and then you have consolidated support and resistance. Now, in terms of fundamental, they actually have pretty much all the similar indicators as Finviz. So here, what's interesting is that you can actually filter using at least, which is kind of dragging the left circle, which is, for example, the price you're earning is at least this much. Or you can actually drag the right circle to be at most, which is the maximum. So depending on what you're looking for, whether you're looking for a profitable, momentum-based company versus a discounted stock, you will be using the different dials to find what you're looking for. Okay? And in terms of the results that you get for Finviz, when you get the sector, you get the company name, and you get some simple ratios like market cap, PE, and whatnot. And then if you hover your mouse over the ticker, then you actually get the little chart that is, I believe is daily, but correct me if I'm wrong. Actually, I don't think it's daily. I think it's intraday or something. Let me take a look. It is daily. Okay, correction. So it is daily. And then if you click into it, then you get all the other details like news article, that's all here. You get the technical analysis that's already drawn here. And then you can kind of change the chart type from candle to advanced, interactive. And then you get a bunch of like KPIs here. So then you can see more. Okay. Now for Chartmill, when you are using it, you actually get something called ratings. So this is the rating that is calculated by Chartmill itself. So you get a rating on setup, get a rating on technical analysis, get a rating on fundamental analysis. So if you don't know how to do these analysis and you just want to see what they're doing or just get the end output, then that's when you can filter for their rating here, like Chartmill fundamental analysis rating. And then you get a little bit more data here. And if you click into it, then you get all the tabs. So you get the profile, which you get this chart, and that's fairly similar to Finviz. And then you get some description, some news, some tweets, and then you get stock charts. So this is the more detailed version. So then you can see that this is actually less interactive than the version you get in Finviz, where you can go to interactive here. And obviously you got to pay. But yeah, the Chartmill version, you don't get to change anything. There might be the paid version, which allow you to change it, but I wouldn't know. In terms of technical analysis, they have this analysis kind of dashboard where it shows you what to look out for. Personally, I don't use it because if you go through the free chart course below, then you can already do your own technical analysis. And you'll know that I recommend a different platform to do your charting because it's much easier and you have much greater control over what indicators you're using. So usually once you finish using a stock screener, you would just jump straight to the chart and you wouldn't worry about what's available here. But if you do want to use this because you enjoy that analysis that's already completed for you and why they score this 10 out of 10, then feel free to read it, of course. And in terms of fundamental analysis, they don't have the traditional balance sheet and income statement available right off the bat. Instead, they kind of break it down by sections like profitability, valuation, growth, so on and so forth. And it's not like you can see the financial statements. And coming from a CPA background, I would really enjoy seeing the financial statements of the company, but that's because I know exactly what I'm looking for. Now, of course, there's also an analyst ratings, which sometimes is available, sometimes it's not. Earnings estimates, ownership in terms of who is owning the stock, whether someone is selling or not, and news. So they try to be a one-stop shop, but obviously not all platforms are perfect. And you just got to evaluate the pros and cons in terms of each of them. So for the next couple of videos, I'm probably going to use Chartmill to walk you through the remaining analysis because it gives me more option. And I also think you'll benefit more from it as well. So my name is Eric Cito, and I've been investing for over 10 years. And I tried a lot of things that didn't work, and I also tried a lot of things that did work. And right now, my mission is really to help people without a financial background to target 30% a year from the markets using an hour a week through a coaching program called Investing Accelerator. So if you want to learn more, I have left the link to the free case study, how to get 30% from the markets below. And I also left the link to my charting templates, which is called a free chart course, to the link below as well. So if you want to get that right now, you can just go to the comment section and just click on the link and you just register. Now, in terms of the giveaway, this time we're giving away Harmonic Trading I. And if we reach 100 likes for this video, then I'll be selecting a person within the comment section for it. Okay, so make sure you like this video and click on that subscribe button as well. In terms of the free case study, once you go to my website, then you can actually put your name and email address and you can click watch now. And this will bring you to the webinar that is approximately 3 hours long. So make sure you grab a notebook, grab a coffee, and then we're going to dive deep into how I made more than 30% per year in the market. So in terms of the next video, we're going to walk through how to use a stock screener and why you should use it, when you should use it, and how does that fit with your investing approach, and what kind of criteria you should be using, and so on. Okay, so I'll see you in the next video. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Please help support me by like, subscribe, and you can watch the next recommended video here as well. So I'll see you in the next one.